Kannada gottilla. Hindi chalta hai? Hindi, English? Which is better, Hindi or English? Okay, everybody is fine. Bangalore is the cosmopolitan, no? Everybody knows Kannada. English also, you know. So tolerate. नमगे गोत्तिल्ला. I'm दिल्ली का है. मैं कन्नड़ा बोलता हूँ तो छोटा बच्चा भी हंसता है. So मुझे बताना छोड़ दो. I'll try in Kannada, but don't laugh. So Prabhupada went to America. It was on the order of his guru. His guru was great, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, great Acharya. So he told him, you teach the message to the English-speaking people. When he was 40 years old, he wrote a letter to his guru. How do I serve you? So his guru replied back that it will be very good for you and the audience, both for you and the audience, if you teach this message to the English-speaking people. And I'm confident you can do this. So he always, that means his guru was not looking for some like small center like we are making, or worldwide revolution, army. है ना? Preach the message means you can take छोटा एक center बनाएगा, 5 लोग आएगा, एक भक्ति वृक्ष बनाएगा, नहीं, worldwide movement बनाएंगे. ये he understood that's the desire of his guru, and he knew guru wants to spread message all around the world. Now this was in Mayapur. His guru had sent some disciples on his own money, Gaudiya Math money, to England. Those days, England was the greatest country. Later, after the war, became America. So he sent by his own money of the Matha, 64 temples in India, big Acharya, 10,000 disciples. He paid money, some 2 disciples of his. They went to Europe, and a lot of expenditure was going on, but not much success, not revolution. They are owing some center, 10 people are coming like that. Guru was not satisfied. He wanted a andolan. Well, this is no small thing. So then what happened is Guru called them back, because so much expenditure and no result what he expected. And it was Mayapur. It was every yearly we have a meeting called Gaur Purnima. That is the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a great Acharya in our parampara. So now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance time, there is a festival in Mayapur. Mayapur is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at that time, there was a great meeting, big public lecture Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada is giving. And he's saying, in my life, I do not think my desire will be fulfilled. That this message of Gita becomes accepted in the Western world. We were sad because disciples had gone and come back. Then for 5 minutes roughly, he was looking at one person in the audience. Just like, I'm looking at you, like focused. And you're looking at me like that. People saw it was Prabhupada sitting. As a grahastha that time, Abhay Charan De, looking at him, do it. So that many God brothers recite, just looking at him, you have to do it. I'm leaving the world now, this didn't happen. And he wrote a letter to him, you have to do this also. That means that was quite supported. Then Prabhupada on his order went on the cargo ship, morning we discussed, he had 2 heart attacks on the ship. He thought he will die without any money, because no money, no flight ticket, went on a cargo ship. Correct? Just like if I come from Bangalore to Bangalore on Belgadi, something like that. Very difficult, on a scooter 3-wheeler. Something like that, very difficult. And it is so difficult that ship is like that. Not like modern day ships, cruise ships are very huge. They don't move only, they're so huge. Previously it is like Charlie Chaplin movie, you have seen all those things. Okay? So Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks and he prayed to Krishna that if I have third, I will die. Why is he living? Only to fulfill his Guru's mission. In fact, anybody in Vrindavan, don't leave Vrindavan. Why? It is very auspicious to die in Vrindavan. Many people have said, heard about the widows? They leave them in Vrindavan and they are also happy because they know if I'll die here, I go to Vaikuntha. Many people, Tirupati also, they old age, they just stay at a dham. it's very auspicious to leave body in Dham, because Dham means there is always God's smarana there. In God's lotus feet, if I leave my body, it is very auspicious. I think here also people do something like that. North India, they go to Vrindavan, and sometime, which is not, we just leave them and run away. And that's why you heard about the stories of widows in Vrindavan. They just come to Vrindavan, somehow they survive. So nobody leaves Vrindavan. Many sadhus, they have an oath to not to leave Vrindavan, because it is very auspicious to leave the body in Vrindavan. And Prabhupada age is 70 years. Anytime you will go. He should have stayed in Vrindavan. But he went out only to fulfill Guru's order. And he is very happy as a saint in Vrindavan. He is a Krishna Bhakta in Vrindavan. It is the happiest place. But still he is leaving Vrindavan. Okay. So now, Krishna, in the third night, Krishna gave him darshan actually. That's very confidential and secret, so I will not tell you. But next day he saw the ocean was calm. Whole 2 days were like calm like a lake. Even the captain told him, unimaginable. Never seen ocean like that. Special grace of the Lord. Magic. And he reached America, and he stayed for some time, and the person who sponsored his visa, some Agrawal family, within 15 days he left the place, because visa was for 1 month. And where he went? To New York. No money, no supporters, he is in city of New York. He said, why do you want to New York? Because the greatest message of the world, that is Bhagavad Gita, should start from the greatest city in the world. That time it was New York. New York is presently America's center, business capital. So he went to New York. Now in New York, he wants to start the movement, and after some shuffles here and there, landed in the Matchless Gift, one store. I was telling today how finally he rented a store in New York. How he maintained the money? By selling books. He had carried the books which he had written. He was selling those books, and by that little money he was maintaining himself day by day. Very, very difficult, austere time. Sometimes not even eating. There is no money. Very, very difficult time. His diary is there. $2, $1. Today, $2. Today the one meeting happened, I got $5. Great income. $1. The people used to give donation. Somehow he was surviving day by day. Then finally took a good store called Matchless Gift. The store name was Matchless Gift, just like a hall like this. Sometimes you have seen the shopping malls. There is a shop, and behind apartments are there. Correct? In India, India is 50 years behind America. That used to happen in America 50 years before. So he he got an apartment and this, and somehow I was explaining afternoon how he tricked the landlord. Landlord said the rent is $200. He doesn't have $1 also. So what he did, he told the landlord, see, this is a great worldwide mission we are launching, which is known as International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON. So he said, yeah, Swamiji, very happy you are doing noble work. Can you become trustee? So what I have to do? He was a very rich man. You have to give $50 every month. And he showed him books. He gave him his books. There was a nice young man, positive person. Some people may not be devotees, but they are good people at heart. Elderly man. He said, okay, Swamiji, I am your trustee. So you are ready to give $50 every month? He said, yes. So can I deduct it from rent? He doesn't have money. He made $200 to $150. In fact, another person he made trustee. One person was working on his visa, some goldsmith. You read Leela. He was working, getting, in America, once you enter somehow, then the lawyers will keep extending your visa. That's how they do. Many people land up. So the person who was doing that was goldsmith, some person. And that person also, he made another trustee. So he doesn't have to pay him fees. I think later they all gave it to ISKCON, but in the beginning like that. And then Prabhupada started this movement started, some youngsters came, Prabhupada trained them, and he patiently trained them, and then his movement started. Just like I was doing Kirtan, Prabhupada used to do like this for 4 hours. Not for 10 minutes. I don't have that taste. You need the taste. With great pleasure we'll chant for 4 hours. Therefore Prabhupada tape he put up. Actually Prabhupada never changed the tune. You read Leela Mrita, if your search engine, type Prabhupada tune. You say everybody saying same tune for 4 hours. Amazing it was. And it was in great samadhi and meditation. We try to bring that revelation, what was that sweetness. But for that we have to please Krishna. Then very interesting thing was, once Prabhupada after that came to India and he came back, he felt sick actually. So, but his movement was not ready. He came back to India and he recouped his health and went back. You may say, why not getting treatment in America? Because Prabhupada never used allopathy. He is an Ayurvedic person. You know? Even had he had a cargo ship that heart problem, no pain, when he landed in America, told somebody to send him Ayurvedic heart medicine. And that his disciple used to grind on, some medicines like that, and then he used to take. Never took allopathy. In fact, all Ayurvedic processes he used to keep his health good till the last day. He came to India because America was very cold for him. So he came to India to say, if I get the warmth, sun is always good for health. If I get the warmth of Vrindavan and the place of Vrindavan, I'll recoup. He did. He no allopathy allowed anything. Then he went back to America after 6 months, gaining his health. And there was a big reception. Devotees used to love him because he changed their life. Imagine what they were, hippies. From hippies, he made them happies. They really loved him like their grandfather. He was 60 years of gap. He's 70-year-old. They are maximum 25. It's not one generation, 2 generation gap. He was like a grandfather, and they used to love him like anything. Love and affection, love and gratitude is the equation in the spiritual world. Spiritual world is the equation. Love and gratitude. You serve Krishna out of love, and Krishna has gratitude. And then Krishna takes care of you. You have also gratitude. Correct? Isn't it? And family also, there is no business relationship. How does the family function? Love and gratitude. In ISKCON movement, there is no salary. Only love and gratitude. Suppose somebody does service, so only have gratitude for it. There is no business exchange. That spoils money spoils the whole transaction, correct? Why in a family, you have your father is there in some New York, all the way he comes to meet you? Why the relation? Because there is no business transaction here. There is love, affection. So Prabhupada founded this movement also only on love and gratitude. There was no business exchange. Imagine if you go to hire 10,000 Americans, how much money you have to pay? The movement would not have been successful. And they were bright, they were intelligent, they were young. Prabhupada said, young flowers of the country came to help me. Interesting thing is that Prabhupada, as he later in the movement, was detected by the world as a great Acharya, a visionary, as a great devotee of Krishna. But who detected him? Nobody in India. Was Prabhupada hiding in some place? Prabhupada used to spend time in Vrindavan, in a Radha Damodar temple, which is a crowded temple. People are seeing him. But nobody detected a great Acharya. He was staying in Delhi when he was printing his books in Chipiwada, which is part of Chandni Chowk. Chandni Chowk is the busiest place in India. Who has seen it? Like a Chickpet in Bangalore is a crowding place. Go to Chandni Chowk. If you go there, you can cross the road, so I give you credit. You cannot cross the road. Oh, wow. Just like today you got stuck. No, that is nothing. Chandni Chowk is like free for all. Very, very, very crowded place. If you have this much shop there, you are a billionaire. So crowded. Each person is an agent for whole India. Such big, big fellows are sitting. In that crowded place, he was there, but nobody detected him. Moving around. Not that he's sitting, hiding in his room. He was printing magazines also, going shop to shop and selling. Nobody detected him. Interesting thing, just point out. Correct? Who detected him? Hippies. That's a joke. The first person to detect him, see what happens. You are a great doctor. Okay? But unless we come and take medicine from you, how do we know you're a great doctor? We have to give you opportunity to show your skills. So nobody accepted him as an acharya, so nobody is taking instruction from him. So nobody knew he's a great devotee. Correct? Who first person to take instruction from him? Hippies in America. That's a joke. The young Americans, not all were hippies, many were just, but the young Americans were the first people to detect him as a great acharya. Isn't it interesting? You know? And then the whole world became famous. Oh, because once people went, he changed their lives. From drug addicts, they became saints. They became sannyasis. They became knowledgeable. They were so effulgent, so much full of spiritual happiness that nobody had any doubt in his power. But nobody took instruction from him till now. He was writing books, he was writing magazine. Nobody Then Swamiji, please teach me. In India, he used to tell people, you should chant Hare Krishna. वो मेरी दादी करती है. You follow rules and regulations. Why should I follow? Americans are not following. So his instructions are only two. Proper instructions are two. You should chant Krishna Nama and you should live a pure life. That's it. Very simple instruction. Child can also follow. है ना? But nobody agreed to follow. So he had a process. Nobody, just like you are a doctor. You have medicine. We are not even coming to you for medicine. You are ready to give. Take. What is your medicine? Chant Krishna Nama. You are a spiritual doctor. And live a pure life. Don't smoke, drink, don't do bad things. But nobody in India, he went shop to shop, man to man. Nobody agreed to follow him in India. Process was ready. Medicine was ready. Nobody was taking because nobody accepted him as a doctor. But in America, who took medicine from him? Hippies. And the magic happened. They became happies. Okay. And the transformation started. Then there was a situation in America after some time. Again, because his age was 70 plus. A 70-year-old person doesn't maintain good health every day, correct? You have elderly people, they regularly after a few months they have some difficulty. So again he fell sick. He told them, you pray to Narasimha Deva that our master has not finished work. He is always meditating on his guru's order. What is the order? To spread the message all around the world. So please pray to Narasimha Deva, our master has not finished work. If you so desire, prerogative, don't take away prerogative from the Lord. Don't force God to do something. Always there's a nice way to pray. If you so desire, I want to be first in the class. My Lord, if you so desire. Don't say you have to do it now. Because that maybe God doesn't want that. Okay, He wants somebody else to be first in the class. Not possible. So if you want Krishna, allow me to be first. I also want the first prize. If you so. So similarly, he said, if you so desire, my Lord, please pray to the Lord. Our master has not finished. What work? Guru's order. He doesn't want to leave body till he finishes the Guru's work. Just imagine somebody breathing for the order of an Acharya. Guru Bhakti ka, this is a limit. You can imagine. This happened. And he told to keep the picture of his Guru in front of him. He's lying on almost on the deathbed. Very sick. In fact, what happened? Previous day, that was San Francisco.